What if I told you that your entire financial reality, everything you've achieved and everything you haven't, has almost nothing to do with how hard you work? What if it's all just a program, a piece of software running in the background of your mind? Well, in this explainer, we're going to find that program, figure out where in the world it came from, and most importantly, learn exactly how to rewrite its code to build the life you actually want. So, does this sound familiar? You followed all the rules, right? You work hard, you try to get ahead, but you feel like you're just treading water, constantly hitting some kind of invisible financial ceiling. You know you're capable of so much more, but it feels like something unseen is just holding you back. And what's our first instinct when we feel stuck? Just make more money. But even when we get a raise or a bonus, some unexpected bill always seems to pop up and pull us right back to where we started. That's because, and this is crucial, more money isn't the solution here. The real issue runs way, way deeper. And look, if you think this is all just about income, get a load of this. A staggering 65% of professional athletes go bankrupt within just 5 years of retiring. I mean, these are people who earned millions of dollars and they lost it all. This is absolute proof that the problem isn't the amount of money coming in. Okay, so if it's not about the money, what is it about? It's all about your subconscious software. See, you can give someone with a poverty program $1 million, and you don't end up with a rich person, you just get a temporarily broke person with a really great story. Let's break down how this software actually works. The easiest way to think about your subconscious is like your mind's default operating system. It was programmed a long, long time ago, and now it just runs in the background, automatically controlling about 95% of your entire day, from how you tie your shoes to your gut feelings about taking a financial risk. And this is where the conflict comes in. Your conscious mind, that little 5%, that's the gas pedal. It's the part of you screaming, "Let's go be a millionaire." But your subconscious, the other 95%, that's the one holding the map. And if its map is programmed to say, "We're the kind of people who struggle with money," guess who wins that fight every single time? You can floor the gas pedal all you want, but you're still following that old, outdated map. Have you ever heard someone say this? Maybe you've even said it yourself. This sentence right here is the perfect example of that conflict in action. You're consciously trying to install a new belief, but it's like pouring a single cup of clean water into a whole gallon of dirty water. The old programming is just so powerful it pollutes the new intention almost immediately. But here's the beautiful, terrible irony of it all. The sentence, "Affirmations don't work for me," well, that is a perfect affirmation. It's an incredibly powerful command that you're feeding directly to your subconscious. And your subconscious doesn't argue, it just obeys. That's the self-sabotage loop right there in action. So where did we even get this faulty code? The thing is, you didn't choose it. It was installed on your mental hard drive before you had any kind of firewall, before you had any say in the matter at all, specifically in the first 7 years of your life. Yep, those first 7 years of life are the critical programming window. During this time, your brain is in a state of hyper-learning. It's incredibly impressionable. The entire operating system that's running your adult life today was basically built before you even started first grade. Now, the reason this happens is because a child's brain primarily operates in what's called the Theta brainwave state. You can just think of it as a state of hypnosis or pure record mode. Like a video camera, your mind just downloaded everything it saw and heard directly into your hard drive, with absolutely no filter, no analysis, no fact-checking. You just absorbed it all as truth. And here's the really shocking part. Psychologists estimate that up to 70% of those beliefs we downloaded as kids are negative, limiting, or straight-up self-sabotaging. Let that sink in. The foundational code for most of us was built on other people's fears and limitations. Do any of these sound a little familiar? The way your parents talked about money, arguments they had about bills, things you heard in your community? It all went straight in, downloaded as gospel truth with no context. Your program was being written and you didn't even know it was happening. Now, this isn't just some abstract theory. A really famous experiment called the Marshmallow Test shows this programming in action, clear as day. The results, which they tracked for decades, are just mind-blowing. And it all starts with one simple marshmallow.
So the setup is incredibly simple. A kid is put in a room and offered one marshmallow that they can eat right now, or if they can wait a few minutes until the researcher comes back, they'll get 2 marshmallows. On the surface, it seems like a test of willpower, but it's actually a perfect window into their subconscious programming.
See, a child whose programming is based on scarcity, maybe from a home where things were unpredictable, they almost always eat the one marshmallow right away. But here's the thing. It's not a lack of self-control. It's pure logic. Their internal program says, good things don't last. You better grab what you can right now. Their program is just making a perfectly rational decision based on the data it was given.
Okay, so let's recap. Our lives are largely run by old software that we didn't even choose. That's a pretty ruthless truth. But here is the really, really good news. You are not a victim of that code. You can actually get in there and rewrite it. You can install an update.
So the big question is, how do we do it? How do we finally flush out all that old, dirty water and install a clean, new operating system? Do you need to go to a hypnotherapist or meditate for years on a mountaintop? Nope. The answer is much, much simpler than that. The key, the whole secret, is to go back to the scene of the crime. We have to access that same theta brainwave state. It's the doorway to the subconscious. It lets you bypass the conscious mind's skeptical filter and get direct access to the hard drive to install new files. And here's the most amazing part. You don't need any special training. You don't need to buy anything. You already have free, automatic access to this powerful programming state every single night, right as you're falling asleep.
Think about it. During the day, your conscious mind is on high alert. It's the guard at the gate. But as you start to drift off to sleep, your brainwaves naturally slow down, and you pass right through that dreamy, suggestible theta state. That little moment, that is your golden opportunity. The system update window is officially open.
All right, so we know when to do it, now for the how. And I'm telling you, this technique is so incredibly simple, but it is unbelievably powerful. This is how you literally overwrite old negative code with new beliefs that will actually build the life you want.
The process is just this simple. You get into bed, you get comfortable, you put on some earphones, and you play a recording of your new beliefs, the new code you want to install. As your conscious mind, the guard, starts to check out and fall asleep, those new messages slide right past it directly into your wide-open subconscious mind. It's a direct download. You just need to record simple, powerful, present tense statements like these. You are literally installing new software. And by playing this recording every single night, you begin to systematically replace decades of old, buggy programming with new beliefs that align with the future you want to create. Consistency here is everything. So the most important takeaway is this. You are the programmer now. You're not the victim of the old code anymore. You have the tool, you have the knowledge, and you have the opportunity every single night to install the beliefs that will build the life you desire. So the only question left is, what program will you choose to run tonight?